So the check engine light turned on in my car. It's a GLK250. It's the diesel, Bluetec diesel, and I'm getting a P0299 turbo supercharger under boost. So after going online for that P0299 code, I saw that the intercooler lines could be one of the main issues with that code. The intercooler lines are down here. It's kind of hard to see. It's basically this tube right here. So upon inspection, I saw that there's a tear right about here. I'm pretty sure you can see it from the video. There it is. So I went to the local Mercedes shop and I bought this new intercooler line. $160, including taxes. Kind of expensive. So I'm gonna try to attempt to repair this on my own. It looks like all I need is a screwdriver to get rid of that clip. Visually see the intercooler line. I had to get rid of the beauty cover and also this, I don't know what this thing's called, but I think it's like some kind of intake. Basically this part here and the beauty cover. These two are pretty straightforward to take off. And then to reach the intercooler lines, I'm gonna jack the car up from the driver's side, and also I need to take out all these bolts. This one, and this one. All these other ones probably also, to take out this cover so I can get to the hoses. To do that, I'm going to use an 8mm wrench. So I'll pause here and then I'll come back when it's off. Okay, so I got that piece off, and this is what's left. Basically, it opens up the area up so you can see the intercooler is right here, and then you can also see the intercooler line and the other intercooler line. This is the one that we need to replace, and these are the clips that I have to remove. I think I just need a screwdriver to get rid of this from here, and also from back here. It's probably going to be a lot harder back there, but yeah, see, it's also leaking. So I'm going to press pause here and then I'll continue. Okay guys, so I got a screwdriver and I am going to stick it right here and pop this out. Now the tricky part is that when I try to do the other side, this one snaps back in. So I'm gonna try to do it with both hands. And there it is. But I have to stick also. Oh man, I have to get this out of here also. So I'm gonna press pause real quick and see how I can figure this out. All right, let's try this one more time. So what I did was I pushed the hose in so you can see how it moves, so that I can try to push that out. So bear with me. I'm gonna pop one out first. Pop that one out, then pop this one out. There it goes. Pop this out all the way as much as I can. Okay, so now I have this little guy popped out, and now that hose just comes right off. You can see, there it goes. All right, so I'm gonna press pause and then come back and do the other side which is all the way in there somehow. So there's the other side, and as you can see, here is the tear. This is what's causing that P0299, and it's hard to stick my hands in here, so I need to try it with just one hand. Basically pop this one out. This one is more difficult because it's all the way in there, and it's hard to get your hands in there. Okay, I need a longer screwdriver. I'll be right back. Try this crowbar looking thing. Let me get a focus point first. There you go. Oh man, this one's already loose. So this one, for some reason, is already really loose, but that bottom clip is out, so I'm just gonna try to tug on this hose somehow with one hand, and it's coming out. As you can see, there it goes, it's out. Whew. Okay, let's just slide it out through here, I guess. There it goes. Alright. So it's pretty easy to come out. It's just kind of hard to get your hand down at the backside. Here's the old hose, and this is where the tear is at right here. Let me get the new one. Here's the new one. So I'm trying to make sure I get the orientation correct before I install it backwards. So I will press pause here and come back in with you. Okay, so the new one has a marker here that says cooler and arrow. So I'm assuming this goes into the intercooler itself, and then this goes in the back end where it's difficult to get your hands in through. The layout position also looks like it's on point, so I'm gonna go with that. I'm going to start by putting in the back end. That's the most difficult to insert. So let's see. Oh, and another thing that I wanted to mention is that I have to pull these guys out first. So you can see how this little guy right here is already inserted. You need to pull it out similar to this side so that you can insert it in. And it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty easy when the intercooler is removed. So I'm gonna try to stick it back in there. Let's see what we can do. I brought it out through here, so I'm assuming bring it in through here also. Pop it in. Turn it. Ah, dang it. So there's a problem. This is that the top ring came back in. Snap back in, so I'm gonna pop it out real quick. I'll be right back. Two. So I'm gonna try to be more gentle this time. Okay, there we go. So I just kind of, I put it in and I turned it with my hand. And I'm just twisting it. Okay. So it looks like I'm kind of in place. I just want to make sure that I have this one also kind of in place. It looks like it is. This piece here is going to go in the intercooler there, going back there. Let me stick my hand in there. Okay, here we go. It's hard to do with one hand, guys. Sorry, I'm recording. I think I'm in. I'm just not sure how far I have to go in. Let's see. I think I'm pushing pretty hard. There we go. Yeah, you got to push in pretty hard. So I'm all the way in, but the clip, I'm gonna leave it out, that little clip, until I put the intercooler side in. So here's the intercooler side. And let's see if I can get this guy in too. So I'm gonna bend the hose a little bit. There you go. And then I'm gonna push all the way in. Okay. There it goes. So here you go. I'm gonna push this little tab in, locked into place. Looks like I'm, there it goes. And then pull out a little bit until you hear that clip. Now I'm in. And the ring is completely hugging this seal right here. So I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. I'm gonna start by pushing in hard again. One more time. I'm all the way in. I'm gonna put the tab in, click, and then just tug a little bit until it further clicks, until the ring is completely hugging the seal right here. And then you're good to go. And that's it. That's pretty easy. Mercedes-Benz will want to charge you around $500 for this install. So the next thing I'm going to do is put this bottom piece back in and the guard, and I'll be right back once it's back in place. Alright guys, so I got this underguard back on, and also the oil guard, whatever it's called, back on. And then the next thing I have to do is put this intake. I'm gonna install this little intake back in. It's pretty straightforward. Just come in under this hose, and then it just clips back in very easily. Trying to do it with one hand is kind of hard. And there it is. Now this other one just clips back in. I also have this clip here that I need to put back in. So just the way I put it back in is the way you take it out. I had already taken it out before I recorded this video. And then the next thing is to put the beauty cover back on. And that's also pretty straightforward.